Good morning everyone. Myself Deepika, Associate Professor, Department of ISC. Today I'll be discussing about the introduction to R programming. What are the key features, why we need to study R programming, and how we start with the basic simple program. So why we are going to start with this? There are features why we need to go with this. There is a free installation since it's an open source, and hottest trend because it's a now trending language for the data science applications and integrated with other languages. Any model you can develop and integrate with other languages is compatible for the integration as well. And latest cutting edge technology, platform independent, since I told you can integrate with any of the other languages, so it's platform independent, and vast community is there because it's open source, so anybody can write their own packages and upload it here. And as I told first, it's an open source. So what are the key features of this one? Applications of our key features is like basic statistics. It also supports many of the measures of central tendency. That's the reason we are going for this. And static graphics. So we have many developing, that is creating and developing various kinds of static graphics, including your plots, biplots, and list vectors as it goes. Probability distribution, it also supports binomial distribution, normal distribution, chi-square distribution, and many more. Packages, it's a feature why it has more than 1 lakh, this one's CRAN with R with the CRAN, it has more than 1 lakh packages available, and it also supports a distributed computing environment as well. So when we look at the applications, as I told, mainly focuses on data science application. We have a few to discuss, that is stock market modeling and fraud detection. Also we can use business intelligence, software development, weather forecasting, record keeping, behavior analysis, and sentiment analysis. Many analysis, like as we say, like one picture is worth of 1,000 words. So so for the analysis purpose, especially in R programming, if you have by using data visualization tool, we can perform the better understanding of the data we can achieve using data visualization. So to run with a simple program to start with R, we can have several ways we can go ahead with it. One is like you can go with the R Studio, that is Eclipse, Jupyter Notebook, or you can also use R command prompt as well, or R script. So just to start with the hello world program, if you just say print hello world, it will just print that one. And the lines, any line starting with the hash in this R programming, it just as a comment line. So any language we start with, will just go with the variables as well. So this R is again a dynamical type language. Variables are not declared within the data type, rather than they take the data type of the object or object assigned to them. Okay, it need not to be specialized, means it's not need not to be specified the type of data which we are going to declare it. Based on the value that you are going to assign it, so our object type will be created. So that is one way. So other way, when you are assigning the values, there are 3 ways we can assign. Either you can use equal operator, right arrow and left arrow. Any of the way you are going to just follow. So it will just assign the value to that particular variable. So this is just to illustrate how you are going to initialize the variables in R programming language. So just I define var is equal to GFG. So I am just printing that one. At the same time, we are just trying to display the values in all the 3 possible ways that we said we can assign it in 3 ways. One is the right arrow operator, left arrow, and the equal to. So using leftward operator, rightward operator. So it just assigns the same value, or assigning the value to that particular variable. Comments, I told previously, so comments in the English sentences that you use to add useful information to your source code. So usually in R programming, comments are represented by the hash symbol. So operators again are the symbols of directing the various kinds of operations that can be performed on between the two operands or number of operands. So operator simulates various mathematical, logical and decision operator performed on the set of complex numbers, integers and numerical and input operands. So these are classified again into their functionality. One is arithmetic operator. These are to simulate various math operations like addition, multiplication, subtraction and division, as this modular operator as well. So this is a simple program to demonstrate how you can perform the simple arithmetic operations. So we just taken two variables A and B. We assign the values 12 and 15. So similar to your print statement in other languages, printf in other languages, you can use print or cat statement to print the statements in R programming. We are just trying to add those numbers, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo and the power operator. So this is the output of that particular program. So logical operators again is simulate the element wise decision operations based on the specified operator between the between the operands. These are evaluated either true or false. So again similar to the previous arithmetic operations, so these are the operations that and by two vectors were taken, true, false, and vector 2 is equal to true and false true and true false. So as we said, it's like performs the element wise decision operation. So depending upon the vector 1 and vector 2 AND operation, if you do, it respectively adds the two AND values and perform the results. Because in this case, if you compare the AND of these two, vector 1 and vector 2, false and true will be false, true and false will be again false. So we are getting the output element wise and will be false and false. So similarly for element wise OR, again it is vector 1 and 2. So again it goes by element wise. So either of one of the operand is true, it will leads to true output. So in this case both will be true. Logical AND, so it's again vector 1 and 2. It performs both false. Logical or it will be true, and not negation. Again if it is true it becomes false, it becomes false, when it is false it becomes true. So we again vector of 1, it just true and false, it because it was false true, when negation if you perform it becomes a true and false. So any language you have few keywords associated with. Similarly, the keywords specifically reserved for R, each of which has specific feature associated with the. These are the list of operators we are going to use it here, like keywords, if, else, while, repeat, for, and we have other special operators compared to other languages. It's like a not a number, not applicable, null, and not integer, real, complex, and the character. Few more are the keywords that is available in our programming. Data type, I told it need not to be specified with the type of the variable. So depending upon the object that you are going to assign, the type will be created. So we have numeric, integer, logical, complex, and the character data type. So this is a simple program to demonstrate the type of the variables. So otherwise I told you, if you just assign the object type, it will assign the value. If you just find out what is the class type it belongs to, you can just give print class of x. Because I assigned a value, it is a numeric type, x is equal to 12.25. So when you specify the type of this particular variable class of x, it says it's a numeric variable. So because we are not specifying the type of variable, type of value, that is x is an integer float. So if you want to find out, in that case you can use a class name of the class along with the name of the variable. It will just print the variable type of that particular object. So similar to the other programming language, we have input and output operators. So for the inputting the values, we can use a readline function. So variable name with a readline, it just accepts the value. Similarly, you can use, otherwise you can use a scan also, taking the input using the scan. Otherwise, to print the output onto the function, we can use a print function. This is a simple program to write the output onto the console. So we are just accepting, say printing print hello. So we are just also assigning the x with the variable, that is welcome to our programming. So when you try to print this one, print of x, it just prints first hello. When you're trying to say print of X, it will just print welcome to our programming. Decision making, similar to other languages, we have decision making statements like if statement, if else, ladder, nested if else statement, and a switch statement. So this is a simple program to demonstrate simple if and if else condition. Here just assign the two variables we have taken A and B with the 99 and 12 as the values assigned to it. So you're just checking whether A is greater or not. So you're just comparing to this with the variable name, that is A is greater than B. If it is true, it will execute this. Otherwise, if it is false, it's come out of this particular loop. So it says print A is larger. Since A is 99, B is 12, it just print A is larger. And when you just check with other condition, because with the if statement we can just either check only true condition. If you want to go with the false condition to verify, we can go for both if else condition. Here it just check B is greater than A, print B is larger, else print A is larger. Because we've taken B is 12, A is 19, this condition doesn't satisfy. It will go to the else part and that will print A is the larger one. Thank you.